guys, good morning. So today we're going to be getting back to reading our book. We're on the third part of Inside Out and Back again. And so we're going to work on finishing it. Just like before Christmas break, we're going to be doing, some days we're going to have Google Forms, but a lot of days we're going to be reading a lot of chapters or poems. And so I'm not going to give you a question, like a series of questions on every single poem. I'm going to ask you some big general questions about what you think about what we're reading. Remember to do your best to write them in complete sentences, like we've been learning about, and answer them as best you can, all right? So we're going to be reading from the poem Unpack and Repack to the poem Letter Home. So let's go ahead and get our books open. Unpack and Repack is on page 115, and it will look like this. So to make it a little bit easier to find, it'll be right behind the page that says Part 3, Alabama. All right, so this video is not super long. I'm gonna go ahead and get started reading. If you need to pause it or slow it down at any point, feel free to do it, all right? Let's go ahead and get started. Unpack and repack. We are giddy when we get off the airplane. Our cowboy, who never takes off his tall hat, delivers us to his huge house, where grass spreads out so green it looks painted. Stay until you feel ready. We smile and unpack the two outfits we each own. One look at our cowboy's wife, arms, lips, eyes contorted into knots, and we repack. August 15th. So what she means by our cowboy's wife, arms, lips, eyes contorted into knots, she's probably, you can't see me, she's probably got her arms crossed and she's probably like, basically she's just making an unhappy face. All right, 116, English above all. We sit and sleep in the lowest level of our cowboy's house, where we never see the wife. I must stand on a chair that stands on a tea table to see the sun and the moon out of a too-high window. The wife insists we keep out of her neighbor's eyes. Mother shrugs. More room here than two maps on a ship. I wish she wouldn't try to make something bad better. She calls a family meeting. Until you children must master English, you must think, do, wish for nothing else. Not your father, not our old house, not your friends, not your future. She tries to mean it about father, but I know at times words are just words. August 16th. So when she says that she has to stand on a tall window or a tall table to see out the window, she means that they're in a basement. Basements aren't things I've seen much here in Mexico, but in a lot of parts of the US, Canada, and Europe, there's a room underneath your house that's called a basement. They don't have them everywhere, but they do have them in some houses. Page 118, first rule. Brother Quang says add an S to nouns to mean more than one, even if there's already an S sitting there. Glass, glasses. All day I practice, squeezing hisses through my teeth. Whoever invented English must have loved snakes. August 17th. On page 119, American chicken. Most food our cowboy brings is wrapped in plastic or pushed into cans, while chicken and beef are chopped and frozen. We live on rice, soy sauce, and canned corn. Today our cowboy brings a paper bucket of chicken, skin crispy and golden, smelling of perfection. Brother Co recoils, vowing never to eat anything with wings. Remember, that's the brother who had the pet chicken. Our cowboy bites a leg, grins to show teeth and gums. I wonder if he's so friendly because his wife is so mean. We bite. The skin tastes as promised, crunchy and salty, hot and spicy. But Mother wipes at the corners of her mouth before passing her piece into the napkin. So what their mom is doing is she's trying to really quietly spit her chicken out so they don't notice that she didn't like it. Brother Vu gags. Our cowboy scrunches his brows, surely thinking, why are his refugees so picky? Brother Quang forces a swallow before explaining, we are used to fresh killed chicken that roam the yard and snacking on grains and worms. Such meat grows tight in texture, smelling of meadows and tasting sweet. I bite down on a thigh that might as well bite down on bread soaked in water. Still, I first force yum-yum sounds. I hope to ride the horse our cowboy surely has. August 20th. All right, only a few more. Page 122, out the too-high window. Green mats of grass in front of every house. Vast windows in front of sealed curtains. Cement lanes where no one walks. Big cars pass not often. Not a noise. Clean, quiet loneliness. August 21st. Second rule, add an S to verbs acted by one person in the present tense, even if there's already an S sound nearby. She chooses. He refuses. I'm getting better at hissing, no longer spitting on my forearms. August 22nd. American address. Our cowboy in an even taller hat finds us a house on Princess Anne Road. Pays rent ahead 3 months. Mother could not believe his generosity until Brother Quang says the American government gives sponsors money. Mother is even more amazed by the generosity of the American government until Brother Quang says it's to ease the guilt of losing the war. Mother's face crinkles like a paper on fire. She tells Brother Quang to clamp his mouth shut. People living on others' goodwill cannot afford political opinions. I inspect our house. 2 bedrooms, one for my brothers, one for Mother and me. A washing machine because no one here will scrub laundry in exchange for a bowl of rice. The stove spews out clean blue flames, unlike the ashy coals back home. What I love best, the lotus pod shower where heavy drops will massage my scalp as if standing under a monsoon. What I don't love, pink sofas, green chairs, plastic cover on a table, stained mattresses, old clothes, unmatched dishes. All from friends of our cowboy. Even at our poorest, we always had beautiful furniture and matching dishes. Mother says be grateful. I'm trying. August 24th. All right, and 127, our last poem. Letter home. As soon as we have an address, Mother writes all the way to the north, where Father's brother anchors down the family line in their ancestral home. It's the first time Mother has been allowed to contact anyone in the north since the country divided. It'll be the first time Father's brother learns of his disappearance, unless Father has sent word that he's safe after all. I shiver with hope. August 25th. All right. So for today, you will have, I'm going to double check to make sure I tell you right. You'll have one question for today. So what I want you to think about is, how do you think Ha and her brothers are feeling living in their new country, in their new home? Do you think it's different than living in Vietnam? Do you think they're happy about it? Do you think they're scared? How do you think they feel? All right, so write me a few sentences about that and do your best to make sure that they're formatted the way a sentence should be, okay? All right, have a good day and we'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Bye guys.